You got a yes for me?
I got a yes right now. Hey, Eddie, where the papers at? Hey, where the papers at, Eddie?
All right.
I'm not going to say like, oh, he's a bum, but why are you fighting a bum then?
Yeah, of course. Do you feel like Boots belongs on the top pound for pound right now?
Not yet. I don't think so.
You keep Vergil Ortiz busy, and that's what it takes. Keep him busy.
He ain't ducking because he's scared. He ain't ducking because he's scared. Vergil ain't scared of no. I mean, I'm letting y'all know, Vergil ain't scared of no man. Oh yeah, I've been around Vergil. Vergil ain't scared of nobody. Right?
There was one reason why the boxing world held its breath after Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s crushing win. Everyone was looking at him and waiting for him to say one name.
Boots, come over here.
That's right. Oh, let's go, man.
All right, so that you answer the question. Is this the fight that you want next? Vergil Ortiz against Jerron Boots Ennis.
I think this is the fight that has to happen, man. I think this is it.
Definitely.
Ennis, who was the division's scary guy and with whom he had just had a tight, quiet fight in the ring. To fight was inevitable and the next thing that made sense.
But I told him not to go out there and play around. Go out there and make a statement. He made the statement.
He did. Now the pressure on every boxing fan's mind is going to be what name is next.
We wait. You heard what he said in the ring?
Call out everybody.
All right, there you go.
Ideally,
we don't care. We want whoever got them belt.
Ortiz didn't just swerve when he finally sat down at the press meeting, though. He completely changed the subject and threw the talk off a cliff. Fans were shocked by the move, which also caused complete chaos in the welterweight class. Why would he turn down his most clear and dangerous rival for a dream fight that many people now see as a planned move to avoid a fight? Top fighters like Charlo, Boots, and Errol Spence Jr. were all in the ring to hear the straight question. What did he want next? Ortiz didn't think about it, and his answer hit everyone who had just bought into the Ennis hype right in the gut.
Charlo was ringside, Boots was here, we saw him in the ring, Spence was here and everything. A lot of the names that have circled you in the past were here to see you in this performance. What were your thoughts on them being here, and which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T.
AT&T, there you go, at the Cowboy Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what anyone says about it.
He did not just name him as a choice. It was his dream fight. He's been on this quest for himself ever since his first fight at AT&T Stadium. He added a polite anyone can get it to soften the blow because he only wants to fight the best. That his top goal was very clear. At that very moment, Boots Ennis stopped being news.
But anyone else, like I said, anyone can get it, respectfully. I just want to fight the best. I'm just a competitive guy. Yeah.
It's the best fight in boxing. I think he did a great job. He looked good. But I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. And I'm going to show his team. They've been talking all crazy. They've been talking crazy. And I'm going to back it up. And I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. But like I said,
it wasn't just about getting the biggest name or the money. At least that's what Ortiz says. Following a very personal description, he went on to explain why Spence was his main goal. It was a full circle moment for him. The story goes back more than 10 years. It's true that both Vergil Ortiz Jr. and Errol Spence Jr. are from Dallas. They didn't just live in the same city their whole lives. They both left the same gym. Ortiz then told them the important part. He learned how to fight with Spence when he was only 10 or 11 years old. For him, this fight is more than just business. It's about living on. It's about the past. And it's about going up against the man who used to be his hero in his own village.
I just saw Frank, and he said you guys are still working together, you and Frank?
Yeah.
You coming back, man? No, but Frank. Okay, but Frank says he's got some big plans for next year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not right now. I just, like you said, we have so many people right now, and I'm not knocking him as a future fight I see with him for sure. You know, I give my opponents or future opponents props because it just makes me look better. You know?
Ortiz was caught up in his dream fight, but there was still a ghost in the room. An awkward question had to be asked in order to bring up Jerron Boots Ennis. Ortiz's tone changed right away and couldn't be denied. The fire had died down. The excitement went away and was replaced by a cool, almost rude attitude. When asked if he thought Boots had any flaws, he gave the most general, Vague answer possible. We all have weak spots. He didn't say more. He didn't talk. The deal was made when he said Boots would be an opponent in the future, not the next opponent. It wasn't a slip of the tongue. This was the moment when a snub turned into a public statement that couldn't be denied.
That's not a question for me. That's my manager right there. That's not my job.
I don't know how much money I
The
have.
reason why I asked that is that, let's be real, the amount of money fighters make a lot of times determine if fights are gonna happen or not, right?
Yeah.
Because if fighters say, yo, I'm not gonna fight this guy for this much.
Yeah.
Or I need this much.
And I think it matters to a certain extent. You don't want to fight no one for free or whatever, which it's not gonna happen.
Right.
But I do think that people outprice themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Whether it's to duck or whether they feel like they deserve more genuinely or what, I really don't know. But
Yeah, because people have value. You have value. I'm worth a certain amount. Is there a number that you would say, nah, that's too low?
2 million.
That's too low.
Too low.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just wanted to see, where you at.
Oscar, you said some things up there. You said some things up there that I think that some of the fans may get troubled by, because it's like, this fight is right here waiting to happen. Let's not talk about money. But money could become an issue here, right?
No, it actually can. I mean, look, this can be a great negotiation. Obviously, look, when I say it has to be favorable to Vergil, that's the obvious case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at what he did. Look at who he is. Vergil Ortiz is the man. Having this fight in Las Vegas can be huge, but Vergil Ortiz has to be the favorite here when it comes to negotiations. And, as long as they're favorable, we'll make the fight happen. There's no problem.
Oscar,
I think everybody wants to see the fight, so the money's not going to be an issue because there will be enough money in the pot.
The boxing world reacted right away, and it was very mean. There were a lot of fans, critics, and YouTubers. People on Reddit and other social media sites said that Ortiz was avoiding the most dangerous man in the division.
Vergil Ortiz had no plan to fight Boots Ennis. And I told you guys yesterday that Vergil Ortiz actually wants Errol the True Spence neck.
If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight.
The problem with that is this guy has 2 car accidents. He had detached retina. Then he fights Bud Crawford. Now he's been out for about 3 years. He has separated from Derrick James. He doesn't even have a trainer. And we supposed to get hyped up for a possible bout with him and Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz just knocked out Erickson Lubin in the 2nd damn round. We would like to see who Errol Spence trainer is. We'd like to see how well Errol Spence has recovered. And we'd like for him to dust off some cobwebs before he jump in the ring with Vergil Ortiz. It's no disrespect towards Errol the True Spence, but let's be practical here. We want the best to fight the best at their best.
The story came together almost right away. Ortiz is avoiding the one player who could really test him.
You think he wants the fight?
I don't think you want to fight right now. I don't think, because I'm looking at all the stuff coming up on the Instagram and all that stuff. Like he want to fight Spence. Spence, what he say? He want to fight Spence. He didn't want to fight Boots at that time. So I don't know what they doing. He's not 100% sure that Vergil going to take the fight. You know what I mean? If not, we just going to move on. We're going to move on to, what's that? Fandora, another good fighter.
People began to think that Vergil was talking a big game. He decided to call out a fighter who many people describe as a ghost of a man, a broken Spence who was past his prime. Instead of Errol Ennis, who is young, hungry, and has never lost.
No, I wouldn't take Spence fight. Why would you go after Spence? Spence ain't fought in like 3 years. Why would you do that?
Is he still a credible name, a big name? And to have that on your resume, I think only boosts his career.
For Spence? Yeah. Yo, Spence still got a beautiful name, a big name, man. You know what I mean? But I would like the Spence to get in, get back into the boxing and get some few fights before you even think about fighting Spence. You know what I mean? Spence is another great fighter, man. You can't count him out. You know what I mean?
The unbelievable arrogance is what makes this whole situation so shocking. This same Vergil Ortiz and his manager, Oscar de la Hoya, had been talking badly about Boots Ennis in public for weeks. People who said that Boots was refusing to fight were the ones who said that he was holding up the talks. They made it look like they were the brave ones going after the fight, but they were blocked. Right now, when the fight can finally happen, the roles have been totally and dramatically switched.
Are we getting this fight with Jerron Boots Ennis next?
I don't see no way in the world
that you go off, and you actually told Boots to come up here. You called Boots up there. You understand?
Yeah.
So all that you talk about in that post-fight press conference, don't nobody want to hear that. You told the nation when they could see it, because see, a lot of people couldn't see the post-fight press conference. But people saw the interview right after the fight. You told us that the man already told you, hey, it's time. You told us that's what was next. If you avoid that and don't do that, you're going to lose a lot of respect from a lot of people. And I might be one of them. Because you acted like,
talking about Vergil Ortiz.
You better believe it. You act like you was up for the challenge. Everybody knows that like Boots said, it's time for him. Everybody wants to see Boots against a real opponent. Vergil, you're peaked right now. You're the best option to make us, to let us figure out all the answers that we want to know about Boots Ennis. And you're going to go say about Errol Spence and somebody else? We don't want to hear that. I definitely don't want to hear that. You told us on national TV after the fight that you wanted to do exactly what that man said. That man told you, well, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see you do nothing else right now. You can come back and go to Earl later. You can come back and go to Crawford later if Crawford chooses to do that. But what I want to see right now is the two best dream middleweights on the horizon fight. It's two undefeated guys who are equal. Don't run from that smoke, bruh. Don't run from that smoke. Let's make that happen.
Fans now talk about those old conversations. It looks like Team Ortiz either lied back then or is lying now. Now that the name Ducker is attached to him, Team Ortiz is working quickly to fix the problem, but their plan is making things more confusing.
Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all, man? Peace to the family. Listen, I did see the report or the tweet that Dan Raphael put out about the Zone not being interested in making the Vergil Ortiz versus what's the main man name, Errol Spence fight. And I think that's a good thing. They said that they are only interested in making the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. Because it appears that, you know, Team Ortiz, Vergil Ortiz, his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, his manager, Rick, and Robert, and his dad, their entire team, it appears that they are trying to, they don't want this fight. And they want to try to fight Errol Spence, who haven't fought in over 2.5 years, and a guy that's inactive coming off a knockout loss, instead of fighting the guy who you said has been ducking you. So the guy named Jerron Boots Ennis pulled up to your fight, got in the ring, and pretty much was face to face with you. So y'all can make that fight happen now.
Styles tailor-made for Boots. All the styles are tailor-made for Boots. Hey, that's right. But like I said, y'all didn't see that yet, man. You know what I mean? I told you don't go out there and play. Make a mistake, like I told you. Much better at 154, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was what? He 147 for what? 10 years, man. 10 years. It was about time. You're only 28. About time to move up.
Their stories aren't centered on one thing. In some clips, Vergil says that he already agreed to fight Boots and that any delay is not on his part. This obviously goes against what he said in public about his dream fight. At the same time, his manager, Rick Merrigan, is trying to turn this into a huge and very difficult new competition.
Your manager's talking all crazy. Oscar's talking crazy. It's the time, and I'm gonna make you pay for everything they saying. Straight like that.
Ain't nobody's gonna pay over here.
I'm gonna make you pay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I guarantee you. And we can bet whatever. I guarantee you.
I don't want to take your money away, bro. I'm not betting.
You ain't gonna take nothing.
Nah.
You ain't gonna take nothing. I guarantee you. We can bet any amount of money. When we fight, I guarantee you, I'm gonna win.
A double game was his idea. Ortiz versus Spence and Boots versus Charlo, with the winners going up against each other. It seems like a smart marketing move to set up two big fights at the same time. But is it really just a clever, difficult way to avoid the one fight that everyone wants to see right now?
There wasn't much to evaluate. I just capitalized on his mistakes. Just took as much information as I could and used it.
On social media, said you weren't gonna be here, but you're here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm letting everybody know this. You know, this is the fight that I want next. You know.
So let me address something that Robert Garcia has said this week. Robert Garcia has been telling people that you don't really want to fight Vergil Ortiz next, that you actually want one more fight in between before you face Vergil. How the Vergil fight, if he wins tonight, is that the fight you want next?
I don't know where he getting that stuff from, saying I need another fight, and I don't want to fight. He the same guy that said 2 weeks ago, I hope we come down here and build the fight up. So I'm down here, we came down here on our own, they didn't invite us, and we can earn on our own. So we showing y'all that we really want to fight. What's right?
We are now left with chaos and inconsistencies. There is a young boxer who has never lost a fight and turned down his biggest rival in public to go after a dream fight against his childhood hero. To avoid answering the simple, brutal question of why not fight Boots next, our management team is making complicated competition brackets. One last question comes up in all of this. Is Vergil Ortiz Jr. really just a young man on the hunt for his own full-circle dream? Or is this just a cold business move to avoid his most dangerous threat and make money off of an older, more well-known, and maybe safer name?
So that's all I'm saying, man. You know, make him earn it. If I was Vergil Ortiz, I will make Boots earn it. Oh, it looked good for a minute. Yeah. You see how they set that up? I can't stand, because that's not business. I can't stand when a man get done defeating another man and then another person step in the ring like, I'm next. I can't stand that, man. Boxing ain't no damn WWE. I can't stand that type of stuff, man. You can't even enjoy your victory. You just got done whooping ass, and now you gotta look at another man in his face like, man, I ain't even thinking about you. I can't stand when they do that. I know it's good and glitz and glam for the camera and the fans at home going crazy and stuff. Oh yeah, oh they about to. No, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing, you know, as you can see. So, is it fair to say, oh, Vergil ducking? Vergil ain't ducking cause he ain't scared. He ain't ducking cause he's scared. He ain't ducking because he's scared. Vergil ain't scared of no. I'm letting y'all know, Vergil ain't scared of no man. Oh yeah, I've been around Vergil. Vergil ain't scared of nobody.
That's all for today's show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon if you liked it so you don't miss our next movie. Also, don't forget to leave a comment with your ideas. We'll see you in the next show, so stay tuned.